Well, after over a year, it's finally here. I've been planning on getting a SawStop for probably 3 years, but in my old workshop, as you can probably tell, one, there wasn't really any room for it, and two, I'm not even sure if I could even get it down there due to the way the stairs were laid out. It's way too heavy, and I'd probably need 3 people to carry it, and that's not happening. There's the old table saw in the corner, and I went with a 1.75 horsepower because I'm never going to need the 3 horsepower. It was actually funny. My house is a walkout. There's the walkout right there. We were having some pretty major landscaping and hardscaping done, and I asked the guys if they would use their skid steer to drive around back and help me get it inside, and they're more than happy to help. So I went out and bought it last week, and we're gonna get some things cleaned up and hopefully have this thing assembled within 2 weeks. But I feel like 2 weeks is a pretty ambitious goal given all the other things we have going on. All right, here we are in the space that is going to be the workshop. It has all these shelving units down. That one was cut away from the ceiling, so it's just kind of floating. We're gonna slide that one down. But I think I'm gonna rip half of this side off for right now, just so I can store everything kind of down that way. We have another room that they were using as an office in the basement. That's really a terrible office. That's turned into our storage room. It's a room with no windows, and I would not want to be sitting in there for more than, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or so, if that. So yeah, right now I'm going to work on clearing all these shelves off, and maybe tomorrow cut it right down there. I don't know, this room is like 14 by 20. It's bigger than my old one, but it's not quite big enough, but this will do, considering what the housing market was like when we bought the house. So over this side, I'm going to have a miter saw workstation, with probably cabinets above, cabinets below, or drawers below, and I think it's gonna run all but 6 feet of the wall, and then the table saw is gonna go right here. I only went with a 36-inch because I feel like I could fit the 52, but I think that it'd be too big for the space, and I don't want to overcrowd anything. I'm gonna go. There's one of the work tables that kind of needs to be cut down. I think I'm gonna have 3 work tables on wheels. Everything's gonna be on wheels, so I can move it around and not just get stuck trying to work around something that's planted in place. These are 4 pieces of 16-foot long shiplap that we decided not to use. I'm gonna cut these in half and maybe try and sell them. But yeah, right now we're gonna clear off these shelves and start making some room. All right, guys, well, that about, I think, wraps it up for tonight. It's probably not the most interesting video. In case you're curious, I had the Tiger cleanup song stuck in my head the entire time, thanks to my 2-year-old who loves that song. Found some couple of interesting things that I forgot about. We had a pipe burst on Christmas Eve. This bag had towels that were over there to keep the water from getting onto the carpets. And luckily we were literally 2 minutes away from leaving to go to my mother-in-law's house for Christmas Eve when the pipe burst. So I quickly turned off the water to the house, and we managed to make it to Lowe's. I ended up getting some shark bite valves. I couldn't remember which size pipe they were, so I just bought a bunch. And then you can see these. This is where I ended up cutting the water lines. The pipe burst right above that, right above the ceiling in our laundry room. The pipes were on the outside wall, and I mean, it was negative degrees for like a few days. But luckily we were home, didn't have any damage, and then came back Christmas morning. I cut these, put the shark bites on, and then this is the only section of this section of pipe only goes to the washer and dryer and the utility sink. So luckily we had water in the rest of the house. I was able to put those valves on. And then we had professional plumbers come and install some real valves. So now we have water shutoff valves, which I feel like you should have anyway on a pipe that's, I don't know, it goes another, I think 10 feet or 15 feet behind that wall. So a 30 or 35 foot run of pipe with no valve. I don't know, it kind of seems like you should put a valve on that, but there's a lot of fun things that we found in this house so far. So it's gonna take care of it for tonight. And oh yeah, these tabletops are gonna be, I think I'm gonna drill some dog holes into one of them and maybe put tracks in the other. And there's gonna be workbench tops. We use them as kitchen countertops while our kitchen was being remodeled. So should serve me well in this workshop. But it's part one. Hopefully tune in for part two.